Alright, so I got this last December, and I planned on doing a video on it, and planned on it never happened. So we're going to do it today. It's on the Retroid Pocket 2. This is a neat little handheld that runs on Android 6.0 or 6.1 maybe. It's a great little device, plays lots of different games. So let's see what it's all about. Okay, so here's the device. So you've got the analog stick. You have a second analog stick here that acts more like the C stick on the new 3DS XL. It's not really a stick, more like a analog nub. You've got the home button, select button, start button, A, B, Y, X. You have L, ZL, R, ZR, power, volume up and down. This is the charging port / data connection port, and here's the mini HDMI port. You have the D-pad here, 2 stereo speakers. You've got the little micro SD card slot here, and a headphone jack. And the main interface here is Android. Now, if you hold the home button here, you can actually switch modes. So here I'm in complete gamepad mode. Now if I hold home again, I'm in mouse mode, so I can have a little mouse here. And then if you do press home again, you get the touchpad indicator mode. So that's like mouse mode, essentially. And then here's the gamepad mouse mix mode. I really kind of like this mode. So let's see here. So you can see I've got some games installed here. I have Monster RPG 2. I've got Shapes and Holes. Both games I've covered in the past. Hill Climber Racing. Octopus. This is utilized for touchscreen only games that you want to be able to play on this. You can set that up to where it'll support that, because this is not a touchscreen. Okay, you got the Google Play Store. Here you can go ahead and install games. And you can come in here. So some of these come pre-installed, like AM2R comes pre-installed on the console. You got Flycast, Dreamcast emulation. You got a couple of file browsers there. You've got MAME for Droid, N6408, Drastic. That you actually have to pay for. Drastic there. Neo Droid, RetroArch, GBA compatibility enhanced, I guess. WinRAR, I believe I installed that myself. PPSSPP, so PlayStation Portable. Play Store, ScumVM. Retroid, I'll come back to that in a second. Settings, Toolbox, and Upgrade. So let's go ahead and see how some of these native Android games run here. Let's go ahead and go with Monster RPG 2. As you can see, nope, it doesn't. Actually, I wonder if I put it in gamepad mode. Okay, gamepad mode, the analog stick works. But yeah, full controller support. This plays really nicely. Oh, that's the wrong button. Yeah, it plays just fine. No issues with it. Plays great. Hit the home button, you go back to your home screen. If I hold down the home button, not the home button. If I hold down the select button, I'll have to be in. In order for this to work, you have to be in touch indicator mode, I've noticed. But if you hold down the select and release, it'll come up with the this is your task manager. These are all the running processes here. I'm going to go ahead and actually close down gallery, clock, settings, octopus. Okay, so here's the Play Store. Just like you would on a phone or a tablet. It also does support Wi-Fi. That's the last game I installed this. It was Shapes and Holes. But you can bring it back on my account here. Oh, and it just closed the application. Let's try that again. Yeah, there it is. Just like if it was on a tablet or a phone. You can scroll through here with the right analog stick and purchase or pick up a game as long as it supports the older Android 6. And if the game supports it, it'll show it here. Whether or not it'll run reliably, it's going to be hit or miss there, because this isn't a terribly powerful device, but it does do the job rather well. So I'm going to do Shapes and Holes here. I've actually never ran this game on this yet. If it'll even run. Well, there we go. It's trying. And I'm just going to get the camera to focus. There we go. Okay, so we'll try campaign, and we'll do this one, and we'll do this one. Cool. Look at that. I mean, it doesn't support controller support, but it's alright. Still a pretty awesome game to be able to play on this thing. Oh, must be annoying. Okay. If I gotta play this game for a second. There we go. Oh. I was doing the wrong one there. There we go. Alright, so it's Shapes and Holes. Now, there are games that don't run too well. Mainly Dreamcast emulations, about the as bad as it's going to get. Besides, some N64 games don't work well either. It does work really well for arcade games though. Let's go ahead and actually put into Retroid OS here. So we're gonna hit this and reboot into Retroid Pocket system. Yes. Okay. Now, it's important to know that when you get the system, this isn't automatically set up. You have to set this up yourself. It does take a little bit of doing, but it's not too difficult. But you'll get this micro SD card that comes with the system. It's gonna have quite a few built-in games in this thing, and that side of it, so the Retroid side of it, is completely encrypted. You can manage it through the Retroid OS itself, but you can't hook this up to a computer and access that data. It's completely locked out. So it is something to keep in mind. So here we've got a ton of games here. Some of them I put on myself. You can see quite a few homebrews there. I got Adulting. I got Art School. The Brookwood demo I recently covered. Some I haven't covered yet. Lost Sands, Dead Dungeon, Death Planet, Space Crawler, and just some really great games here. Atmosphere, it's a game I'm looking forward to covering at some point. Really cool prototype. And then you get into the games that came pre-built into the system, the ones that have like little videos attached to them. These are all ones that came built in. Lots of arcade games. Bloody Roar 2, Tekken 3, Marvel vs. Capcom 1, Mega Man X, Maverick Hunter. Just tons and tons of arcade games. as well as other games as well. Metal Slug, entire series is here. Art of Fighting. Now you can hit Y here, and you can go into NetPlay, so you can actually play it on the internet, which is really kind of cool. You got Game Store. I'm not going to show you what that is, but essentially you can download games through through the system itself if you wish. You have game settings, and then hold on the home for other settings as well. Now, going back to the games that I actually put on here. Come on, there we go. Okay, so Be a Pirate, great game. Some of these games won't run though for whatever reason, which like Mallard doesn't run, Sparkle Panda runs funny, Silver Falls won't run at all. I'm not sure why. I may have to recopy that. Tales of Fantasia, but what I wanted to show you guys actually, Dungeons and Doom Knights, all the Allison games I've covered. The first game, I'm going to cover the rest of them. I have all 5, courtesy of the developer. So I want to show you how Crazy Taxi runs. Crazy Taxi 2 specifically, actually. So running through Flycast. For those wondering, I'm going to turn the sound off, just because I don't need a copyright strike. Okay. But as you can see, it's going to run fairly well. Now, there is going to be some slowdown, which is to be expected. Come on. Takes a minute. There we go. Alright, so we're going to do round apple. Keep hitting the wrong button. There we go. Round apple. We'll do 10 minutes. We're not going to do the full 10 minutes. We'll do 10 minutes. We'll do hot D. Does 3 minutes to load. And the controls do take a little bit of getting used to. But for the most part, it plays pretty decently. Oh, come on. These buttons. Still getting into these buttons. Come on, stop. I'm gonna run out of time just trying to pick up somebody. There we go. But yeah, like I said, it plays really, really well. For a handheld, I mean, it plays pretty good. Sometimes the crazy dash is hard to pull off on this. Like I said, it doesn't play great, but it plays well enough to be enjoyable. And it doesn't matter if you're playing in Retroid or if you're playing in Android, it plays about the same way. Okay, so enough of that. Exit game. Okay, and Grandia 2 plays just fine, but there's no in-game audio. Voiceovers are gone. But pretty cool overall. Let's take a look at one of my favorites here, where, like, for instance, this is Dead or Alive 2, runs like crap. So not all games are gonna run like 100%. Mario Kart here, 64 did come preloaded. This is running through, I believe, in 6408, if I'm not mistaken. This runs fairly well. The issues that I have with it are that there's significant slowdown here and there. And as with most emulation, bad emulation, the Jumbotron in the Mario Kart level is completely black screened. So you got some stuttering there. Go with Toad. I mean, yeah, so you get some slowdown, but plays well enough. Again, plays well enough to be enjoyed on the go. Yeah, see the Jumbotron up there, it's black because the emulator can't emulate it to the point where it's visible. Which again I've heard is because of just the way that it emulates. Not just that was dumb. Not just this, but with other emulators as well. Okay, that's enough of that. Okay, now a game that actually runs really, really well that I'm very, very happy does run well is this one right here. This is Code Veronica running through Flycast. This game runs so well. I was very surprised. Okay, why is it? Oh. I think it's because I did it through. Whoa. I did it through here is why. Yeah, I did. So I did a save state instead of actually saving it. But yeah, it runs really, really well. It's got some. Nope. It's got some. It's got some slowdown between like the menus and stuff. But overall, really love that I have this now portably. Come on, why is it not letting me grab that? Oh, the wrong button. That's why. But yeah, runs really well. Okay, let's go ahead and get out of that. And it can run, like I said, run the arcade games really well. If I go up here and do search, for example, and I just do a search for, say, let's do Simpsons. It's going to take a minute to find it. There we go. Should be right there. Yep. Here we go. Hit select to do the coins. Pick who you want to be. I'll go ahead and go with Homer. One of those games again built into the system. And again, plays very, very well. Awesome arcade game. If you haven't played it, definitely recommend it. Oh. And one game I do plan on trying to see if I can get working. Well, I don't know. Leave that for another video. But, oh, come on. Actually, no, those two guys. So I plan on trying to get Golden Axe, The Revenge of Death Eater working on this. So hopefully I can. If I can, I'll make a video on it. Such a great game. Such a great game. Now, and again, you can hook this up to a television. You can hook up Bluetooth controllers to this. You can use it as a full-blown console if you wanted to, and that works pretty well as well. So if you want to play 4-player Simpsons, at home, you can do that. It's enough of that. Alright, so it's been a look at the Retroid Pocket 2. I could have waited to get the 2 Plus, but I really wanted to replace my RG350, which I did. But glad I got this. Great system. Highly recommended. If you want to, you can go ahead and get the 2 Plus, which is a bit better than this. I think it's got better compatibility with Dreamcast and such. And there's other handhelds out there that'll do the same thing, and if not better. But at this price point, it was like, I think it was like 100 and almost like 110, something like that. Definitely a great price for this. And yeah, again, if I get Golden Axe Revenge of Death Eater working on this, I'll definitely make a video on it. And other than that, I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Until next time, take care and happy gaming.